Happy Tuesday, everybody. This is Dr. Stephanie, your double board certified critical care physician who works with physicians that are struggling with their jobs, burnt out with their careers. Now, Floyd Locums is a very special locums company that I have a special relationship with. Floyd Locums, which can be visited on the internet at www.floydleelocums.com, is a concierge locums company that specializes in providing specialized concierge services to their locums doctors, because they believe that we physicians practice medicine, so they should handle everything else. And I can tell you, by having worked with them and having worked with one of their recruiters, they really do believe in this concept of making sure that their locums providers don't really have to worry about anything. So the people at Floyd Locums and myself, we've been talking about how can we best serve locums doctors. How can they best serve their clients? How can we best educate people who are interested in locums work? And we've come up with a series of videos to kind of help educate people and to help people overcome some of the hurdles and burdens associated with being a locums doctor. So that's why this Let's Talk Tuesday is sponsored by Floyd Locums. And we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to every locums doctor's heart. Everybody that's worked as an independent contractor, everybody that's a small business owner, owns their own practice. Tonight we're going to talk about benefits. And not the benefits that you think we're talking about. We're going to talk about employee benefits. So that's why I've entitled my talk, Employee Benefits for the Locums Physician. And that's kind of somewhat of a misleading title, because as we know, or if you don't know, when you work as a locums doctor, you are an independent contractor and you don't get employee benefits. That's right, you don't get employee benefits as a locums doctor, so you have to obtain your own benefits. And this issue of your benefits, such as your health insurance, your life insurance, your disability insurance, and your retirement plans, that is a pretty heavy sticking point for a lot of physicians. And that is one of the main reasons that a lot of physicians don't make the leap to doing total locums work. And I'm here to tell you that with a little bit of planning and a little bit of research and a little bit of consulting with experts, you can design your own benefits package so that you don't have to be tied down to a job. Because I will tell you, and I have talked to a lot of doctors who work for smaller practices, and they'll tell you that their benefits package is not that great. So if you can find out how you can do this on your own, so that you can put into place the things that you need to care for yourself and your family, you can have all the freedom, flexibility, and the benefits of being a locums doctor. So that's why we're going to talk about employee benefits for the locums physician. Like I said, this is sponsored by Floyd Locums. Their website is www.floydleelocums.com. They are a concierge locums practice that believes in taking care of their locums doctors to a great extent, because they want you to worry about practicing medicine, and they'll take care of everything else. So the first thing and the biggest thing that, a lot of locums doctors or people considering locums ask me is, what do we do about health insurance? And that is a huge topic, and actually that's something that we need to address, seeing as how open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act is starting very soon. It is starting on November 1st. So I recommend that for those of us who are responsible for obtaining our own health insurance, that the easiest thing to do is to go to the ACA website, which is at www.healthcare.gov, and purchase your own policies. Purchase your own policy for you, purchase your own policy for your family. Now, for those of you who are married and you are on your spouse's insurance, you have the best of both worlds. That's awesome. But for those of us who are responsible for obtaining your own health insurance, this is the time to do it. So www.healthcare.gov, to go to the ACA website, the Affordable Care Out website, and look at your options for obtaining health insurance. This is open enrollment from November 1st to December 15th. Now, if you happen to still need coverage for 2017, you may be able to qualify to getting coverage for the last 2 months of the year if you've had a qualifying event such as marriage or birth of a child or loss of job and loss of income. But however, for benefits starting on January 1st, 2018, you have to purchase your policy during the open enrollment period. Now, other ways that you can do this, instead of just going to the ACA website at at healthcare.gov, is you could go directly to the insurance company's website. So if you have an insurance company that you've had, let's say you're transitioning from an employed position to locums, and you want to keep the policy with the same company, you can contact that company directly and see what their options are for individual policy. But at the same time, like I said, open enrollment is November 1st through December 15th. And the other thing that you can do is you can contact an insurance broker directly. So you do have insurance brokers that are able to help you through the process and help you look through insurance policies offered across multiple companies. So they can help you as well. So you can go directly to the ACA website, you can go to your insurance company website, and you can contact your insurance broker. Now, for those of you who are new to this game, I will tell you to expect some sticker shock, because individual policies are not cheap. It is what it is. I'm not going to lie to you. But this is the thing. When you're working as a locums doctor, when you're working as an independent contractor, those premiums that you pay for your health insurance are business expenses, so they're deductible. And like I tell other people, is go ahead and get the policies, because you have to have coverage. And because as a locums doctor, you can work as much as you want. If you have to work another couple of hours a month or another shift a month to offset that cost, then do it, because there's no substitute for peace of mind. So don't let have the burden of having to purchase your own health insurance deter you from making that leap and doing locums. It is something that you can do, and it's not that difficult of a process. Now, in addition to obtaining your own health insurance, you have to obtain your own life insurance. And obtaining your own life insurance is not a difficult process. You can contact the life insurance companies directly. You can contact an insurance broker, but you have to have your life insurance, and you're going to have to purchase that yourself. The big thing is that a lot of people kind of forget about, but you have to have this, we hope you never need it, is disability insurance, because you're more likely to be disabled for any period of time than you are to kind of have any other major event. So you need disability insurance, and especially for women, not just men, but especially for young women, because the number one cause of one of the top causes of younger women of childbearing age needing disability is childbirth and childbirth related issues. So therefore, you have to get your own disability insurance when you work as a locums doctor, an independent contractor, business owner. If you are not employed by anybody and your employer does not offer a disability insurance package, you need to buy your own. There's two types of disability insurance. You have short-term disability, which usually starts anywhere between 2 and 6 weeks after the event and lasts maybe for about 3 months. Short-term disability is only available through your employer and is usually through AFLAC. Unfortunately, companies don't offer short-term disability to individuals. So that is why everybody needs a emergency fund that covers 3 months, at least 3 months of your living expenses. And the disability benefits that they pay only cover about 60% of your income. So you need a backup fund anyway, an emergency fund anyway. You also need long-term disability. Long-term disability usually kicks in after about 3 months of the event. So that's why you're going to need at least of a 3-month cushion of your expenses saved so that you can continue to pay them before your disability benefits start kicking in. Disability insurance usually starts about 3 months after the initial event. The benefits pay about 60% of your income. Now, here is the key. You must, as physicians, get own occupation disability insurance, long-term disability insurance. And this is important because if you are a physician and you can't work at your job as a physician, you don't want your disability insurance company saying, you know, you can't work as a physician, but you can go flip burgers at McDonald's, or you can work at Walmart. And so therefore we're not going to pay you. So you want own occupation so that if you can no longer work as a surgeon, your disability will cover you. If you can no longer work as a hospitalist, that they don't expect you to go find a clerical position somewhere. So be sure that you get your long-term disability. Now, I will tell you, for any residents and fellows that are looking at this, get the policy now, because the younger you are, the cheaper it is. Disability insurance is expensive, and unlike, you know, your health insurance premiums, it is recommended. Now, I'm not a CPA, I'm not a financial planner, I'm not an insurance broker, but I've been paying for my own disability insurance for a long time. And my CPA tells me, do not pay for your disability insurance either from your pre-tax income. Do not claim your disability insurance premiums as a business expense, because if you do that, then your disability premiums are taxable. And you don't want, not your disability premiums are taxable, then your disability payments are taxable. And the last thing you want is to be disabled, getting, disability payments from your insurance company and having to pay taxes on that income. So therefore, you want to discuss these issues with your CPA, with your accountant, with your financial planner, but it is imperative that everybody get long-term disability insurance. And it's imperative that everybody have 3 months of living expenses at a minimum saved up, because this is the thing. When you are working as an independent contractor, when you are working as a locums doctor, when you are working, you own your own business, if you get injured on the job, workers' comp does not apply to you because you are an employee. So you are SOL, and we all know what SOL means. But if you're in a situation in which if you don't work, you don't get paid, which is what we all are when we're locums doctors. If we don't work, we don't get paid. So if you get injured on the job, you are on your own. So that's why it is very important that you have the financial insurance policies in place to keep you and your family protected financially in the event something like this occurs. So like I said, the emergency fund, it's important to have at least 3 months of living expenses saved for, just the event that the unthinkable happens. Now, obtaining disability insurance is not that difficult. You can contact the disability insurance companies directly and apply for coverage, and you can also contact some insurance brokers. We're going to talk about that a little later. And like I said earlier, residents and fellows, my house officers, we talk about, some of the pitfalls of training, but I can tell you that your benefits package during training is really pretty good. And be sure that you sign up for disability as a resident, because the younger you are when you get the disability insurance, the cheaper it is. And a lot of times when you leave jobs, you can keep that policy. So I would highly recommend that you get that now. The other thing that you have to get that a lot of people are concerned about is when you are working as a locums doctor, an independent contractor, when you're a small business owner, when you are not employed, that you are responsible for planning for your own retirement. You do not have the benefit of an employer-sponsored plan. Now, I will say this, a lot of people who work as locums doctors, a lot of people who moonlight have full-time jobs, and their full-time jobs provide retirement plans, and this is great. That's the best of both worlds. But for those of us who do locums completely full time, we have to get our own things. And there are a lot of options available for locums doctors and small business owners and independent contractors and practice owners in terms of the type of retirement plans you can set up. Now, I am not an accountant. I'm not a financial planner. I do recommend that you do a little bit of research, but then, reach out to some people, talk to other physicians about what they've done. But here are some of the things that, you can set up on your own, and you can do things like a traditional and a Roth IRA, but these things kind of have income limits. You can do a SEP IRA, a solo 401k, and a simple IRA. Now, like I said, I do recommend that you contact, talk to your certified public accountant, talk to a financial planner, but each of these options have yearly contribution limits that vary every year, and each has their own set of tax advantages and disadvantages. So if you structure your retirement plan right, you can get a pretty darn good retirement plan with some pretty good tax benefits, and it's a great opportunity for you to have more control over saving for your retirement. So I do recommend that you consult your CPA and consult your financial planner about these things. Now, here's the thing. It seems like this is a lot of information, and it is a lot of information. This is just a quick overview, but this whole concept of having to obtain life insurance and health insurance and retirement plans, something that when you are a full-time employee, your employer offers, it seems a little daunting and a little scary and a little challenging, but it doesn't have to be this way. And I speak for somebody who's had to do this for many years, and I've talked to other locums doctors who's had to do this. This should not deter you from making that leap to doing locums. If you really want to do locums, it should not keep you from doing that. There are people out here who will specifically help you, help other physicians, help physicians to set up these packages, to set up these things so that you get the coverage, the insurance that you need, so that you get the retirement plans that you need. And that is why I like working with Floyd Lee Locums. Now, Floyd Lee Locums is a locums company. And like I said earlier, they specialize in concierge locums, which means that they provide specialized services for their physicians. Now, here's the thing. When you work with Floyd Lee Locums, just like when you work with other locums companies, you are an independent contractor, so they don't provide any of your benefits. But unlike other locums companies, they will help you get these things set up. So they have access to a team of professionals, a team of lawyers, CPAs, financial planners, and insurance brokers that specifically work with physicians to help you set these things up. So if you need, come November 1st, if you need somebody to help you with open enrollment, with trying to get health insurance, they have insurance brokers that can do that. They have insurance brokers. When you sign up with Floyd Lee Locums, when you sign up with them to work with them, they can put you in touch with CPAs that will help you get the appropriate business structure in place. They can put you in touch with CPAs that work with locums doctors, so they can help you pay your taxes quarterly and to set those types of things up. They will help you. They have access to financial planners who can help you, purchase disability insurance and life insurance and everything. So this is what sets them apart, because I've been doing locums for almost 10 years. And I've had to do all of this on my own, and I've had to, find my own professionals, and no company has ever kind of helped me and pulled me aside and said, Dr. Stephanie, Dr. Freeman, do you need any help? Have you, set up your corporation? Do you have an accountant to help you with the taxes? Because you don't want to get a nasty, huge tax bill from the IRS at the end of the year. What are you doing in terms of, health insurance and life insurance? Do you have all of that set up? Nobody, no company, no locums company ever cared enough about me to ask about these things, but Floyd Lee Locums, because they have a specific concern about making things easier for the doctors that do locums for them, provides this service. And that's why we decided that we wanted to talk about this specifically at this time, because we're at a unique time in the year in which open enrollment for your insurance from your health insurance starts on November 1st. So for those of you who do locums and you need to get health insurance, this is the time to do it. For those of you who are thinking about transitioning to locums, this is the time to start researching your options. So that is why we are here, and that is why the owners of Floyd Lee Locums and their recruiters are so passionate about this, because like I said, they really care about their doctors, and they want the doctors that do locums for them to have everything taken care of. So I would highly recommend, for those of you who are interested in locums, for those of you who are doing locums, to be sure to contact Floyd Lee Locums at www.floydleelocums.com. Contact them. They have assignments, throughout the country, multiple specialties. They will actively help you look for assignments, and they will actively help you deal with any issues that can make locums a little, not more challenging, but we all have special issues and concerns, and your concierge locum specialist at Floyd Lee Locums can really help you deal with those. So I do, like I said, go to www.floydleelocums.com. For those of you who have any questions for me regarding this issue about what I did about in terms of, setting up my own benefits package, have any questions for me regarding locums, regarding Floyd Lee Locums, please be sure to message me or go to my website at www.drstephanieicu.com. I'm going to take a couple of minutes to see if there are any comments here. Let me scroll through and let's just see if there are, let's see, any comments on our Facebook Live here. Any questions? But if anybody has any questions, like I said, be sure to contact me. I do appreciate you for joining me on this special edition of Let's Talk Tuesday, which was sponsored by Floyd Lee Locums. And we will talk soon. Thank you, and bye-bye.